I'm writing this on Reddit because I know that if I post this anywhere else, like on X, Instagram, or TikTok, they're going to delete it. Even if I post this on YouTube, it's going to be flagged as misinformation. But trust me when I tell you, I know what I saw. And I'm writing this down because I want to share it with everyone, even people who don't believe me. You can call me crazy and say I need to go to a mental hospital, that I need to be taken away by the men in white. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you this story. I'm going to tell you my experience of what I saw in that mall that day. This happened on New Year's Eve of 2023. I was at the mall shopping, doing a little shopping spree for myself because it was my birthday as well. I was having a good time. The atmosphere at the mall was great. That was until, out of nowhere, I started to hear a bunch of screaming and then followed by running footsteps running in my direction. I was taken aback. I was really confused, wondering what was going on. Why was everyone screaming? My heart began to pump really fast as I saw a whole bunch of people running. But this is what got me shooken up even more. There was a woman who was running past me, and I managed to stop her for a second, but I could tell she looked very annoyed. And I asked her, "Ma'am, what's going on? Is there an active shooter? Someone fill me in, what's happening? Why is everyone running?" The woman replied in a shaky and rushing voice and said, "There's a bunch of 8-foot creatures chasing after us. I need to go. You need to get out of here too if you want to survive." And before I can even reply to the woman, the power went out in the mall as I heard more people running and screaming. It was really becoming really chaotic. I somehow didn't believe this. Being the dumbass that I was, I ran in the opposite direction, facing the crowd. I ran until it got quiet. I went in part of the mall that was the food area. It was really dark, and it felt very intense. The air didn't feel right. I thought for a moment maybe these customers were overreacting, or maybe a lot of them were on drugs or something. I didn't know what to think. I just find it hard to believe that there are 8-foot creatures roaming about in the mall. I got further into the food court, even though it was dark, and I didn't see anyone. It was like a ghost town. See that all the customers who had got up and left their food, their belongings, stuff that they bought at the mall. Everything was left behind. I felt kind of sick to my stomach. Like the sickness of, like, I know something is gonna happen. And it wasn't something good. It felt eerie in this part of the mall. I could still hear a bunch of people screaming, leaving the mall, but the screams and the yells and the footsteps began to dwindle down. Eventually, the mall grew very eerily silent. It was very uncomfortable, and I started to feel this dread in my stomach. Apparently, looking at everything these customers left behind, like valuables and purses, food, tablets and iPads and iPhones. Apparently there was something that must have spooked these people to cause them to run. I decided to turn around and get out of the mall. But when I turned around, oh my God. When I turned around, I saw it. I saw what they were talking about. Standing right in front of me was a creature. No, scratch that. A bunch of creatures that were indeed 8 feet tall. They were black all over. They had sharp teeth, but they had no eyes. I could tell they were drooling, and I can hear them making weird sounds. It didn't even feel real. Chills began to develop all over my body. I couldn't even believe this was happening. I thought I was dreaming. I tried to make a run for it, but one of the creatures grabbed me. And they were trying to eat me. The other creature grabbed my arms, while the other one grabbed my legs. They were getting ready to eat me. I had to do all I can to fight, as they were really getting ready to bite down on me. For some reason, I had enough courage and enough willpower to fight them off. And I ran out of that store so fucking fast. As I was exiting out of the store, I saw a bunch of FBI agents. I had my hands up to let them know that I wasn't a threat. I can hear them yelling at me, telling me to get out of the store. One of the FBI agents guided me out of the store. After that, I ran away from the store. I got out of there so fast, I didn't even look back. I didn't even realize that I wetted on myself until I got back to my apartment. I don't know what the fuck I saw, but I can tell you right now, those were not human beings or any creature that walks among the earth. The next day, after this happened, strangely, the news media never reported on it. But when they did, they came up with this bullshit lie, claiming that hundreds of cops were called because 50 teens were fighting with sticks. But I can assure you, that's not true. They're covering this up. They're trying to keep the truth from you and from me.